This is IKSC International Kangaroo Science Contest, and I am going to solve question number 11 to 20 of the past paper 2022, and it's for class 9-10, that is also known as junior level. All the questions consist of equal points, that is 4. Question number 11. The main component in the planet's atmosphere is options are given under the picture. A. Nitrogen, B. Oxygen, C. Carbon dioxide, D. Hydrogen, and E is water. So the correct option is option number A. Nitrogen. Question number 12. Many electronic devices that emit ultrasound are used to drive away rodents and insects from our homes. Why these devices do not bother human inhabitants? Options are given. A. The ultrasounds are pleasing to the human ear. B. The intensity of the emitted ultrasound is very low. C. The ultrasound frequency is too low to be perceived by the human ear. D. The ultrasound frequency is too high to be perceived by the human ear. E. Humans perceive ultrasound as music. Let us check what are the sound waves and what are the range of the frequencies are. Ultrasonic frequency ranges. Human has 64 to 23,000 frequency range. However, rat has 200 to 76,000 frequency range. So it means that rat ultrasound frequency is too high to be heard by humans. Beyond 23,000, humans cannot listen to any sound frequency. According to the reasoning, option number D is correct. The ultrasound frequency is too high to be perceived by the human ear. Question number 13. A chemical element has 3 electrons on its last layer. Which of the following statements is true for this element? Options are available. A. Its nucleus charge is 3+. B. It is found in the third period. C. It is the third element in periodic table. D. It is found in the third main group. E. It is a reactive nonmetal. So here are some explanation, and there is the periodic table. So the third main group 3A contains these elements: barium, aluminium, gallium, indium, tellurium. So group 3A is the main group which has 3 electrons in its outermost shell. So according to that, option number D is correct. It is found in the third main group, because in the last layer it has 3 electrons. Moving on, question number 14. During the uniform circular motion of an object, A. The period of the motion and the rotational frequency are directly proportional. B. The acceleration is 0 since the speed is constant. C. The object travels equal arcs in equal time intervals. D. The acceleration exerted on the object is tangent to that trajectory. E. The velocity has the radial direction. A. The period of the motion and the rotational frequency are directly proportional, where the angular speed is equal to 2 pi over time period. And angular speed can be written as 2 pi f. F is the frequency equals to 2 pi over time period. Frequency f is indirectly proportional to time period t, or vice versa. So according to their reasoning, this option is incorrect. Moving on, option number B. The acceleration is 0 since the speed is constant. Acceleration equals to speed over radius. The uniform circular motion is the motion of a body in which the body moves in the circle with constant speed. In uniform circular motion, the velocity vector changes at every instant of time. We can say that the acceleration also changes with time. Therefore, acceleration in the uniform circular motion is variable. So acceleration is not 0 when the speed is constant. This is incorrect. Option C, the object travel equal arcs in equal time intervals. So the angular speed equals to 2 pi over t. Or we can also say that omega t equals to 2 pi. As the speed is constant, so the object travels in arcs in equal time intervals as shown in the formula. Speed and time period combined gives constant value, and 2 pi value is 3.414, that is constant. So this option is correct. However, moving for option number D, why it is incorrect. The acceleration exerted on the object is the tangent to the trajectory, not acceleration, but the constant magnitude vector velocity vector is always tangent to the path of the object. So this option is incorrect. Moving on, option number E, the velocity has a radial direction. The constant magnitude velocity vector is always tangent to the path of the object, so its direction is tangent, not the radius. So this option is also incorrect. Here the correct option is option number C, the object travels equal arcs in equal time intervals. Question number 15. An element used for stomach diagnosis using X-rays is found in the 6th period and 2nd group of the periodic table. We can say that options are given. A, it is a divalent metal. B, it is a divalent nonmetal. C, it has 6 electrons on the last layer. D, it has 2 layers completely occupied with electrons. E, it hardly reacts but it has a large mass. So here are some explanations. Barium X-rays, also called upper and lower GI series, are used to diagnose abnormalities of the GI tract such as tumors, ulcers and other inflammatory conditions, polyps, hernias and strictures. The use of barium with standard X-rays contributes to the visibility of various characteristics of the GI tract. Properties of barium. This is actually the barium shell figure, and some of the properties of the barium are group 2A members are having valency of 2, or we can say divalent. These are metals. They have 2 electrons in the last shell. Barium has 6 layers, where last shell has 2 electrons, so the last shell is not completely filled. Barium oxidizes in air, reacts vigorously with water to form the hydroxide, liberating hydrogen. Barium reacts with almost all the non-metals, forming often poisonous chemicals or compounds. So according to the properties of barium, the answer we get is option number A, it is divalent metal. Next, question number 16. The figure below shows the linear graphs of the volume variations with the temperature for 3 quantities of water that are in each of the 3 states of aggregation. Identify the correct association between the linear graph and the aggregation state. So water is in gas, liquid and solid state. We have to check the relation with volume and temperature. Options are given below. These graphs: 1 liquid solid gas, B 1 solid gas liquid, C solid liquid gas, D gas solid liquid, E gas liquid solid. Look at this graph of temperature and volume, and that is a graph of change in the volume of methane gas. If we check the volume and temperature of the gas, it is very upright and slanting very high. However, if we check the glass and liquid, solids and liquids, the solid graph is not upright but it is like in the horizontal position. However, liquid is somehow slanting high, and according to these explanations we can actually relate our graphs with the given in the question, and the correct option is option number E. The number 1 is glass, second is liquid and third is solid. because according to the high temperature the graph is very upright for the gas and lower for the little bit lower for the liquid, and the slope of the solid is very low. So according to that, option number is correct. Moving on, question number 17. 5 chlorine molecules contain. Options are given below. A, 5 chlorine atoms. B, 10 chlorine atoms. C, 5 multiplied by 6.022 022 multiplied by 10 power 23 chlorine atoms. D, 6.022 multiplied by 10 power 23 chlorine atoms. E, 15 chlorine atoms. Here chlorine molecule means Cl2 which has 2 atoms. Yes, 5 chlorine molecules means Cl2 which has 2 multiplied by 5 equals to 10 atoms. According to that, option number B is correct, 10 chlorine atoms. Question number 18. 3 resistors of resistances R, 2R and 3R are first connected in parallel, then in series. The ratio between the equivalent resistance of the series and the parallel connection is A, 6 by 1, B, 11 by 1, C, 36 by 11, D, 11 by 36, E, 36 by 1. When resistors are in parallel, the formula is that is given on the right side. By putting the values, first resistor value was R, second was 2R and third was 3R. By putting the values and solving, the answer we get is R equals to 6R over 11. However, when the resistors are in series, the formula is simply addition of the resistors. So the answer we get is R equals to 6 by R. But we need to find the ratio between parallel and series resistances. So the ratio is equals to series over parallel resistance. By putting the values, 6R over 6R will be cancelled and the value will be 1. So 11 in the denominator and the denominator will goes upside and the ratio will be 11 by 1. So the answer we get is option number B, 11 by 1. Question number 19. A salt has the atomic ratio of Ca, calcium, phosphorus, O equals to 3:2:8. We can say that the salt options are given below A, B, C, D, E. A option has the chemical formula Ca2PO4 whole 3. B contains 20% calcium. C has 155 grams per mole molar mass. D is a covalent substance. E is the salt of phosphoric acid. So option number A has the chemical formula CaPO4 According to the ratios, whether it is correct or not, atomic ratio for hydrogen to oxygen of 2:1, the formula is written H2O. In carbon dioxide CO2 with the ratio of carbon to oxygen of 1:2. Now these were the examples, and how can we write the above formula? According to the atomic ratio, the chemical formula is Ca3PO4 whole 2 and the ratio were given in the question. So option number A is incorrect. Option number B contains 20% calcium. What is the formula to find the percentages of a single element in the whole compound? Molecular formula of calcium phosphate is 310, which is already calculated. Percentage of calcium, so calcium Ca3 120 over 310 multiplied by 100, its percentage is 38.71%. So according to that, 20% is actually the phosphorus, not the calcium. So this option is incorrect. Option number C has 155 grams per mole molar mass. Molecular formula of calcium phosphate is, we already know, that is 310. So this option is incorrect. D is a covalent substance. Calcium phosphate is an ionic compound and a common anti-caking agent added to food. So it is a ionic opposite to covalent, so it is incorrect. Option number E is a salt of phosphoric acid. Calcium phosphate is a calcium salt of phosphoric acid with a chemical formula CH3PO4 whole twice. It is also known as calcium phosphate tribasic or tricalcium phosphate. This option is correct. So according to our explanations, option number E is a salt of phosphoric acid is correct. Next is our last question of our video, and that is, which of the following statements is true about the moment of a force with respect to an axis? Options are given below. A, it is equal to the product of the force value and the distance from the axis to the point of application of the force. B, its SI unit of measurement is J. C, it is 0 if the direction of the force is parallel to the axis of rotation. D, it will never be 0 if the direction of the force intersects the axis of rotation. E, it is proportional to the distance from the axis to the direction of the force. So R or moment equals to F, that is the force, multiplied by D, distance, where R is the moment of force or torque, F is the force, D is the perpendicular distance from the line of action of the force to the pivot. So here's a picture, you can actually see that, and F dash equals to, we can write F dash equals to F multiplied by sine theta. Option number A, we are going to analyze it. It is equal to the product of the force value and the distance from the axis to the point of the application of the force. Torque or moment of a force equals to R dot F dash, where F dash equals to F dot sine theta. It is not the force value but the vector force itself which has the value and direction as well. So that is incorrect. B, its SI unit of measurement is joules. Joules is actually the unit of energy, unit of force is Newton, unit of distance is meter, unit of moment of force is Newton meter. So what they are talking about and which measurement? So this option is incorrect. Option number C, it is 0 if the direction of the force is parallel to the axis of rotation. So according to that figure, direction of force must be parallel to the distance from axis of rotation to the application of force. Then F sine 0 equals to 0. So it is also incorrect. Option number D, it will never be 0 if the direction of the force interacts the axis of rotation. If the line of the action of force passes through the center of rotation, then the distance vector becomes 0 and thus the total moment of the force becomes 0. So this option is also incorrect. The last option, it is proportional to the distance from the axis to the direction of the force. Moment of a force is equals to R cross F. Moment of a force is directly proportional to the RF. So this option is correct. So according to our reasoning, option number E is correct, that is, it is proportional to the distance from the axis to the direction of force. So we are actually the end of our video, and if you find any ambiguity in our slides or there's something you need to change in them, then kindly do comments. Thanks, bye bye.